Ellie and the magic of sharing. Deep in the whispering woods lived a clever little elephant named Ellie. She had beautiful gray skin that sparkled like silver and the most amazing collection of toys in the forest. There were colorful balls, wooden blocks, jump ropes, and her most precious possession, a magic treasure box made from rainbow wood that shimmered and sang. Ellie had one big problem. She didn't like to share. When Benny the bear came to play with his simple pine cone toys, Ellie would say, "No, these are mine. Go play somewhere else." When Ruby the rabbit asked to jump rope together, Ellie would clutch her toys tightly and turn away. Every day, the forest animals tried to be her friend, but Ellie believed sharing would make her less special. She played alone while others laughed and played together nearby. Despite Ellie's selfishness, her friends never gave up. Benny would share his honey with anyone who was hungry. Ruby would teach jumping games to all the young animals. Oliver the owl shared his wisdom freely, and Lily the deer shared the sweetest berries she found. "Why do you keep trying?" Ellie asked them one day. "I never share with you." "Because sharing makes us happy," Ruby replied. "When we share, we have more friends and more fun." But Ellie didn't understand. She thought they were foolish to give away their things. One evening, Ellie's mother found her playing alone again. "Why are you always by yourself, little one?" Mama asked gently. "I don't need friends," Ellie said. "I have everything I want right here." Mama Elephant smiled sadly. "True happiness comes from sharing our joy with others. The magic in your treasure box is meant to help others, not just you." "But if I share, I'll have less," Ellie protested. "Oh, my dear," Mama said, "when you share love and kindness, you don't have less, you have more." Ellie didn't believe her mother's words, but they planted a tiny seed of doubt in her heart. Summer brought the worst drought the forest had ever seen. The rivers dried up, plants withered, and animals grew weak and thirsty. The forest animals gathered to discuss what to do. "We need to work together," said Oliver the owl. "If we combine our efforts, we can dig a well to find water." All the animals agreed to help except Ellie. She had stored plenty of water in her home and saw no reason to share it or help others. As days passed, Ellie watched from her window as her friends grew weaker. Benny could barely lift his paws. Ruby's bright eyes grew dim. Even strong Oliver looked tired. The animals worked day and night digging and searching for water. They shared their remaining food and took care of the youngest and oldest animals. Despite their own thirst and hunger, they helped each other. Ellie's mother joined the effort, using her strong trunk to move heavy rocks. "Come help us, Ellie," she called. "We need everyone." But Ellie stayed in her comfortable home, playing with her toys and drinking her stored water. "They'll figure it out," she told herself, though her heart felt heavy watching her mother work so hard. On the third day, little Ruby collapsed near Ellie's home. She was so weak she couldn't hop anymore. Ellie watched from her window as Benny and the others gathered around Ruby, sharing their last drops of water. Something stirred in Ellie's heart. She looked at her magic treasure box, remembering her mother's words about its true purpose. Slowly, she opened the box and took out the glowing crystal. For the first time, Ellie stepped outside and approached her friends. "Here," she said quietly, offering Ruby some of her water. "Drink this." Ruby's eyes widened with surprise and gratitude. "Thank you, Ellie," she whispered. As Ruby drank, the crystal in Ellie's trunk began to glow brighter, and Ellie felt something wonderful, a warm feeling she'd never experienced before. Encouraged by this new feeling, Ellie joined the digging effort. Her strong trunk was perfect for moving rocks and dirt. As she worked alongside her friends, the crystal's glow grew strong. "Look!" shouted Benny. "The crystal is showing us something." The crystal's light pointed deep into the ground where they were digging. Following its guidance, they dug deeper and deeper until finally, splash, they struck an underground spring. Fresh, clean water bubbled up from the earth. The animals cheered and danced, and for the first time in days, everyone had enough to drink. As the animals celebrated, Ellie remembered the dewdrop necklace in her treasure box. "This might help too," she said, bringing it out. When she placed the necklace near the new well, something magical happened. The dewdrops multiplied, creating a gentle rain that began to revive the dying plants and trees. "Ellie," her friends exclaimed, "your treasures are saving the forest." Ellie realized her mother was right. The magic was meant to be shared, not hoarded. As the forest healed, Ellie's crystal pulsed with brilliant light. She held it high, and its magic spread throughout the woods, ensuring the water would never run dry again, and the plants would always grow strong. "I understand now," Ellie said to her friends. "Sharing doesn't make me have less. It makes all of us have more." From that day forward, Ellie became the most generous animal in the forest. She shared her toys, her food, and most importantly, her friendship. Her treasure box remained open, and she used its magic to help anyone in need. The other animals were amazed by the change in Ellie. She organized games where everyone could play together, shared her knowledge to help others learn, and always made sure no one felt left out. Years passed, and Ellie grew into a wise and beloved elephant. She taught young animals about the magic of sharing, just as her mother had taught her. "Remember," she would tell them, "the greatest treasures are the ones we share. When we give love, kindness, and friendship, we create magic that lasts forever." The magic treasure box still sat in Ellie's home, but now it was always open, its treasures available to anyone who needed them. And the forest thrived, filled with the laughter and friendship of animals who had learned that sharing truly is the greatest magic of all. The crystal, the necklace, and the feather continued to work their magic, but the greatest magic of all was the love and friendship that filled every corner of the Whispering Woods. And Ellie, she was the happiest elephant in the world, surrounded by friends who loved her not for what she owned, but for the generous heart she had learned to share.